In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best exercises that you can do to hit your lats. And when it comes to exercises for us wheelchair users, it's important to pick ones that suit our unique abilities and needs. So when it comes to working our lats, it's best to understand how they work so we can work them effectively. To do that, let's explore what they actually are. So the lats are actually called the latissimus dorsi, and these are large muscles located on either side of our back, and they play a crucial role in many movements that we use in our daily lives, such as pulling, lifting, reaching, posture, and loads more too. When we think of everyday activities like pushing our wheelchair and transferring, we think we often have to use our chest and our triceps, but the lats are also there to support both our spine and our shoulders throughout the movement. So having strong lats is important. Not only do they provide stability, but they also bring the arm into the center line. So whenever we're pulling stuff down or bringing stuff towards us, we're using our lats. They're a vital muscle for various daily activities. And they also work well with other muscles. So when exercising our lats, we want to make sure we're doing isolation exercises as well as exercises that combine the other muscles that they usually work with. That way we get maximum effect from any exercise we can do. And talking about exercises, let's get onto the good stuff and talking about what you've all come for, those lat exercises. And starting off with our exercises is probably the most common one when it comes to lat exercises, which is the pull down. Now there are machines that are specifically designed to do this. However, I find as a wheelchair user, getting on and off them is quite difficult. So I'm going to show you my variation here, what I use on a functional trainer or a cable machine by using two attachments. To do this exercise, I set the appropriate weight, get those handles up as high as I can. Now for this, I do need assistance because I need it higher than I can reach. The height you want on these is where the handles are. You want a bit of a stretch so you're really reaching up to grab them before pulling them down. For me, I'm using active hands D-rings, so I do need assistance to clip into position. But once I'm in position, I'm in that stretch phase. First thing I want to do is bring the shoulders down. This brings the shoulder blades down and back and locking in the back ready for the exercise. From here, I don't want to focus on bringing the hands down. I want to focus on bringing the elbows into the side of the body. The reason for this is if we focus on bringing the hands down, the bicep gets more activation. Whereas we focus on bringing the elbow down, the focus goes on those back muscles. Once you pulled it all the way down into your side, then slowly release them back up to the starting position, and then again getting that stretch all the way at the top. Now for this, you can do the double arm variation like I'm doing here, or you can also do it single arm, which may be easier to set up. If you don't have access to a cable machine or a functional trainer, you can also do this with a resistance band, just tying it up high and pulling it down, just the same movement. Why the lat pull down is so great, it is a fantastic way of loading up the weight and really putting focus on those lat muscles. We also take it through its entire range of motion, from really stretching up the top, going all the way to the fully contracted position. This makes this probably one of the most effective exercises for working the lats. Now the next exercise here is a slight variation on it. On the previous exercise, we have our elbows coming out to the side. On this one, we're going to move it round so the elbows come down in front of us. What this does is brings the bicep more into play. So we're working the lats with the biceps together. They often work together in movements, so when we're training, we like to train them together too. With this movement, exactly the same as before, starting in that stretch position, leading with the elbow, bringing it right the way down to the side, squeezing both the lats at the bottom and the bicep too. And just like before with the lateral pull down, we can also do this with the resistance band as well, and we can also do it both with both arms or with just one. Now those two previous exercises are fantastic because you can load up really heavy and go really strong on this for great effect on the lats. But to do a supplementary exercise that also works great is doing this next one, which is a straight arm row. What the straight arm row does is incorporates two other muscles that also work with the lats: the triceps and the rear deltoids. I'm going to explain a little bit more about how they work together in a second, but first of all, let's look at the exercise itself. We set up just the same as we did before, with either the cable machine or resistance band, up high, and then what we do is pull the arm down, but this time not leading with the elbow, but with a straight arm, bringing it all the way down to our side, and then releasing it back up to the top again, getting into that full stretch each time. Retract the shoulder blade down, pull it down with a straight arm, and then return it back. With this exercise, we're working on that shoulder retraction to keep the shoulder blade in place throughout the whole movement, but we're also working that rear deltoid here by keeping the shoulder in line as we bring it down. Now, the way the triceps work on this movement is keeping that arm straight throughout. So it's working isometrically. You're not actively straightening the arm, but working isometrically works those triceps in conjunction with the lats too. What this does is makes this quite a unique exercise, as not many exercises work both the triceps and the lats at the same time, yet they do often work together in daily activities. So next up, we've got a variation on the previous exercise with a straight arm row. So we did a straight arm pull down with the anchor up high. This time we bring it down low. So we do a shorter range of motion, but this is a great stepping stone for those not quite ready to do a full straight arm pull down. Because we're setting up lower, it can be easier to start independently. And because we're going through less range of motion, we can go quite heavy on it, but also target those lats and triceps and rear deltoids too. Now, it's not quite as good as the previous exercise because we're not going as full range of motion, but it does serve as that great stepping stone. Now, the last exercise here is actually a set of exercises that we talked about previously in our upper back exercises video. Now, the reason for this is because when we do rows, not only does it work our upper back, but it also works our lats too. And that's because our lats and our upper back muscles work in conjunction to pull those arms back behind us. But when it comes to training our back, it's good to do both those rowing motions and the lat pull downs to get a full upper body workout and targeting them in different ways. So although this isn't technically 5 exercises, I wanted to let you know on this final exercise point that working those rowing motions is also great too. You can do this with the cable, the resistance band, or the dumbbells to get a great workout in. So you have it, guys. That is my top 5 exercises to work those lats. If you have any comments or questions about any of the exercises I talked about, then please let me know in the comment section down below and I will happily guide you on your journey. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help to get this video out to many more people out there. And if you're new here or you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this one and check out some of the ones I've already done already. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of the day and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye. Are you ready to start your fitness journey? Then sign up now at adapttoperform.co.uk and get access to hundreds of workouts specifically for us wheelchair users.